Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Painted Corner. I'm Ryan, your friendly host, and we're here with Rue Knows. And Rue, thank you for joining us today. We're very excited to have you. Tell us a little bit about who Rue is.
Well, that's a very long story, so let's keep it short, right? So I am a Marine veteran here out of St. Louis, Missouri.
Awesome. Thank you for your service.
Um, you know, it, it
So,
it it's one of those things, man. I wish I could have retired from it, but things change for who knows why. And so here I am, right? But nonetheless, I'm originally from Texas, and I'm a transplant here in St. Louis, Missouri. And I have went from the Marine Corps, getting ready to be recruited for Marine Corps, blew out my knee, and they said, "See you later." And then it was on to life, right? In the civilian sector, trying to figure it out, no real help. Got homeless after the Marine Corps, and found my way into any job, and made it into management. That took me down an entrepreneur path. Hundreds of different businesses after that, children, divorces, remarried now, going on a strong 10 years this year. I have 5 children, and here we are. I fell into business and nonprofit work, and that led me into painting. And I fell into painting and loved it, and actually turned that into a business. So have a painting business called Sharpshooters Painting, also here in St. Louis, Missouri. And we are in a crazy, crazy time of growth. It's awesome.
that's great. So I've gone to rueknows.com and kind of wondering if you could give us just a quick snapshot, a quick blast of paint on what Rue Knows is.
Sure. No problem. So Rue Knows has been developed out of simply mentoring other painters that also have their own business in different parts of the country. I was doing it for free over the last year and a half or so. Not to mention, individuals I was training up for my business directly. And it just kind of turned into a thing where people were like, "Man, you know everything. I really appreciate your help on helping them with their painting business and helping them develop their marketing and networking strategies," to the point where not too long ago, a little over half a year ago, I was starting to kind of decide, all right, maybe I should create some courses. Maybe I should do some things, but never really pulled the trigger on it till one of the individuals I was mentoring for free brought up that they felt guilty for getting all this great information from me and then not paying me. And so they made an offer saying, "Hey, I need some one-on-one time with you." And that's where it started. That's where Rue Knows brand essentially was developed and launched.
And what are some different things that the Rue Knows brand offers? Like what would you consider like the main? What's the bread and butter?
Sure. So it's one of those things that's ever developing, like any business, right? You got to constantly develop and deliver to your potential clients or customers. So primarily, Rue Knows is essentially an education platform for painters and other local service type businesses, to help them out with their marketing needs, their networking needs through either, hey, you do it for yourself and we'll give you everything you need, right? Through coaching and whatnot. Or here's the caveat: we can do one-on-one specific, laser focused for a help that you need, a painstaking that's in your business and you need help. We can help out with that as well. In most cases, most small businesses are very busy, right?
Sure.
We all know that when you're the mom and pop shop and you got maybe 2 employees with you, you're always busy trying to make sure the business stays moving forward, right? Estimates and going meeting people. most people tend to forget about doing their social media and doing it properly, keeping up with their website, doing these different things. So we also have a service that's going to be on that side as well. And that would be within our digital services.
Oh, that's awesome. And how, if we want to get started doing, well, actually, before I say that, and I have your website off to the side here at www.rueknows.com, which is also streaming below. What is the why? I mean, what is the main why of the Rue Knows brand?
The main why is real simple, actually, Ryan. When I first started into painting, I really didn't know much about painting. I knew a lot of stuff about business. So when I started, I literally did it out of necessity. I came from a background where I was consulting in the medical arena on management. I was actually an administrator at a medical facility, not a painter. But the contract was very political, and I don't do politics with my work. So I didn't renew the contract, and they didn't want to honor giving me more money for what I was doing for them, for the increases I made in their business. So I kind of fell into painting out of necessity, more of a handyman type painting. And then it grew really quick because of my business background into a full-fledged painting business. And I learned in a matter of months from guys that had been painting for 10, 15, 20, 25 years that I had hired. And as they were working with me, I learned how to paint properly. And I just launched off of that. So we went from literally borrowed tools. I borrowed tools from my brother-in-law, got my first contract on some townhomes. And then from there to the end of that first year, I billed out $350,000. And I also was offered a $1.2 million contract from the city I'm in to do painting for the actual city government. They came to my door based off of all the social media management that I was doing for my own brand at that time. And I did no paid ads, no SEO, no paid marketing, no paid networking groups, none of that. I simply leveraged social media and a website presence.
Wow. So a lot of organic.
That's it. That's my fame to claim, if I have to have one, is you can have a 6-figure to 7-figure business without any paid ads. Now, as we all know, if you have some money, paid ads and boosted posts always helps, right? It speeds up that process, right? It's a multiplier. It's a multiplier, right?
A force multiplier.
That's it. It's a force multiplier. But nothing can ever replace the longevity of the marathon of organic marketing. Organic leads are bread and butter for any local service business, really, if you think about it.
Awesome. So for those that are still watching this, let's end this with just two things here. First is, what is one piece of advice that you would give to someone that is out there now that is doing painting in their local economies? What is one piece of advice you'd give them? And then second to that, how do they get a hold of you?
Okay. Trust no one. No, I had to put that in there, man. Right? No, one piece of advice, especially for those guys that have been working as a painter for somebody else for so long and doing side jobs, right? The weekend work, side hustle Saturdays. And they're finally taking the step forward to be their own business, their own painting service, right? First thing I would say to do is go to your local Sherwin-Williams, your local Benjamin Moore store, or even your local PPG store, but make sure it's actually a painting store. Go to them, find out the manager of the store closest to you or the owner, whatever it may be. Figure out who's going to be your rep. Get signed up as a contractor with them. That is so important. Make the relationship, make the contact, let them know what you're getting ready to do in their market and see what they can do for you. Ask what they can do for you, because at the end of the day, all these painting supply stores, they want you to succeed. So they're set up to actually help you do that. They'll give you free education on materials. They will give you free education on brushes and stuff that maybe you don't know, sprayers. They'll help you out because they want you to spend money with them at the end of the day. And you can't spend money with them if you're not going to be successful. Right. So that's the first thing I would do is reach out to your local vendors that you live by and let them know that you're going to do as much of your shopping out of their store specifically. And because they all get bonuses, right? Their store does good. Guess what? They get a bigger bonus. And that's the goal.
Awesome.
So,
with you.
What's that?
And how do we get a hold of you?
All right. So, it's real easy on Facebook, right? You can look up the hashtag, do a search of hashtags. That's something I teach on. Content creation with hashtags, right? So hashtag Rue Knows, it'll bring up the Facebook business page. It will bring up the Facebook free group, which is called Rue Knows Free 99. And that's literally, I have free content in there that just helps somebody go from beginning a business all the way to marketing to things you should be doing on a daily basis, especially if you're a startup. And that's all free in there. I get on there, I run my mouth, I give out a whole bunch of information. And if you apply it, it does work. I'm proof of it. I have mentees that are proof of it as well. And there's proof of concept. I got reviews on the Rue Knows business page that people around the country have taken advice from me and they are succeeding in what they're doing.
Perfect. All right. Well, Rue, thank you for joining us at the Painted Corner. And you helped us out here in unraveling what Rue Knows is. And so thank you very much.
Well, Ryan, I appreciate the opportunity to come on here. And as you can see, we have a little bit of stuff left on our website to tighten up. But the website is going to be live here real soon with all the good jazz that we just talked about. So super, super excited for the official launch of Rue Knows. We've been in beta phase now for a little over a month, but we've been free flowing forward and super, super excited for what this year holds.
All right. Awesome. Take care.
All right. Thanks, man. You too.